So in June, hey, I was really on my self-care journey.
Yeah.
This June, so this one I wrote, I decided to live a day at a time,
Mhm.
and it is helping, especially on matters I don't have immediate answers, and only time can tell. I have been journaling and I feel so good.
In May, I indicated I started my 21 day gratitude challenge, right? Now in October, I got to achieve 105 straight days of gratitude. 105 straight days of gratitude. Yeah, and wow, this was a major milestone for me, and I was so grateful.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Balance It podcast. Balance It is a platform that empowers young men and women to live a purposeful life.
We delve into conversations relating to purpose-driven living, health, wellness, fitness, and lifestyle in general. I'm your host, I'm Gertrude Nasike.
And I am Eda Onyoni.
Yes, so still in the gratitude spirit, today we are going to give a shout out to one of our supportive community members as well. Yeah, so
drum roll.
Yeah, I wanted to say though, but anyway. Yeah,
there we go.
There we go. So today we're giving the shout out to Kelvin Kiprop 187. You commented on one of our episodes. It was on gratitude, and I see since we're going to be continuing with this spirit, it's just good to mention you. And you said this was an awesome session. We should keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Kelvin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are actually keeping up the good work.
Yes.
Yes, those motivation ones keep us going. Thank you so much, Kelvin. And I hope to see many more people coming on board to just comment and just tell us what you think about our episodes. Yes, and in today's episode, we have a very amazing episode coming up. So stay tuned until the end, because what we are doing today we are on the gratitude. We are keeping up the gratitude conversation.
Exactly.
Since we are in December and we are almost coming to the end of the year, so it is very important for us to look back at where the year has been, what has been happening throughout the year. And today now we will be speaking specifically on the things that we are actually grateful for.
Yeah, and just to add on what you said, it's actually a challenge we decided to take up at the beginning of this year, and I believe we even shared with you guys. We were taking up a challenge where we would be writing down what we are grateful for every week of the year. And for Eda, she decided to do it physically, and for me, I decided to do it online through a gratitude app that we've mentioned before. And so today is just going to be that day where we get to unwrap all these gratitude areas of our lives, but you're going to do it for monthly basis, not on a weekly basis.
And basically you've heard how Gertrude has said that we are totally different people. So you decided to do it online. I decided to do it with something that I can see, and that means that even you at home, you can be able to pick up whatever works for you and actually do it. The whole point is doing it, writing the gratitude, something that you're grateful for, or just recording it down. You should have seen us how we were so happy when we were preparing for this conversation, because we were looking at whatever that we are actually grateful, and it's like, wow, this is really amazing. Just putting it down on paper and actually coming back to it It's really amazing.
Yeah, and so maybe I'll just start us off.
Right, allow me pick my
Okay.
This was my gratitude jar for the year, and watch out, we have something good at the end of this episode, so watch out for
definitely. So for January, I was grateful for definitely the new year. Just starting the new year and having resolutions for that new year. And also it was a very important time for us because this is when we began the podcast officially at the end of January, and this was such a milestone, and I was so grateful for it.
Yeah, so myself, I did some short sticky notes. So every month I could write something. Every week I could write something down. So I'm just going to read something that really resonated with me for in the month of January.
Yeah.
So my January gratitude journal was, I wrote balance it, the same thing. Yeah, this was really a great milestone for us, and I said, I love this. It's stretching me to who I want to become, and I really like this a lot. And I think I wrote this when we had our second shoot. So I wrote, we had our second shoot at Malasha. Very good set. Thank you, God, for all the ideas.
Yes. That was a game changer, definitely.
Yeah. That is how we began our new year.
That's really impressive. So it seems like today I'll just be listing my end, but Edda would actually be reading them out.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so for February, I was so grateful about my loved ones. February is the month of love, so I was so grateful about just my loved ones, especially my family and friends. And this month, that was the highlight, and my biggest prayer was always to God to keep my family and friends safe, to for those who are sick at that time, to make sure they're healed, and just to keep spreading the love. So this was the highlight for the month, and I was sending love messages to my mom, my dad, siblings, even friends, and I'm so grateful. And also another highlight for the podcast, we got to 200 subscribers that month.
Literally the second month.
Yeah. And I think
actually the first month, because we started in January, almost end of January, so we were just clocking
the first month. Yeah. That makes sense.
Wow, thank you so much, guys, for the support so far.
Yeah,
we really appreciate. So for my February one was I was writing in the current moment. So I wrote, I am super glad to finish my master's first year very well with very good grades. Good job, Ed. This was my motivation.
Wow, I can totally relate, especially after the semester that we just had. Oh my God, the second semester of the first year was hectic.
And now finishing with good grades,
that's a plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
On to March.
You can maybe go first.
I go first with March. Oh my God, this was my March. So I wrote, I visited Museum of Selfies, and my inner child was really activated. Happy girl. Happy girl. There is this museum in Budapest. It's we can just put a small photo or a video there.
Definitely.
It's a place where it's for adults and for children as well. So as adults, there is a place where you can just go chill, and they have like this bubble of small soft balls where you can go and throw yourself on it. And for me, that was my highlight for that specific day that I went there. And I felt like just going to those places where it activates like the inner child in you. It just made me so happy. And I was just so happy for just getting to know that place. And that was my highlight for the month.
That's really impressive. And for me, my highlights for the month were two things. At the beginning of the year, I had set a financial goal to start investing. Thanks to my financial accountability person.
You're welcome.
She's been doing a good job. But anyway, I had set a goal to start investing. And this was the month where I started investing in money market funds. And I'm so glad that I've been very consistent with it. Yeah, so this is the month I actually opened the account with CIC Insurance. This is not a paid promotion. I'm just
manifesting.
Okay. Yeah, so that's when I opened my money market account. And also this is the month that we started an accountability group.
Oh yeah.
For both fitness. We were about 10-ish people. We are now about 10-ish people, but maybe those who are just very active are like 2 or 3 of us. But either way, it was when we began this journey. And also we started the bigger goals accountability group just to keep us on track with our goals for the entire year. And this was a big highlight for us.
And I can say where we are at right now, it's those things that we started at that time that have really helped us grow consistently and just being in that specific sphere until where we are right now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this year I've been able to track my goals more compared to last year when I didn't have the accountability group. It doesn't have to be 1,000 people.
Yeah.
It just needs one person, 2 people, 3 people that your minds are aligned with.
Yeah, very, very true.
Yep. So on to April. Okay, so what happened in April?
I'm curious.
So in April, I started my pushing myself journey today, doing what I have said I am going to do regardless. So this means setting realistic goals. I think since we began the accountability group, when we're now having those conversations, I realized that even if I had set my goals, I need to set like very realistic goals. True. Because setting goals is one thing and now setting realistic goals is another. And I think this is the month that I rewrote my goals again to be more realistic according to me and more visible and more like being able to actually see them how they are coming to fruition. This is the month that I did that.
This is actually a very, like, it's such a coincidence because this is the same month I rewrote my goals. Yeah, because initially, and I think I had mentioned to you earlier, because initially I had written down my goals in a way that maybe if it's fitness goals, I've written maybe how can maybe work out these times a year, or achieve 80% or something like that. If it's financial, intellectual, and the likes, I had written them like that. But after going through like the Atomic Habits, I drew the aspect where you have to write your goals, where you're embodying that person. And this was the month that I rewrote them, now embodying that person. If I want to read a book, I rewrote them to now, I want to become a reader. I want to become a fitness enthusiast. I want to become a saver, an investor. You know, that's the same month. And this was a highlight for me. And it changed how I was approaching the goals.
Yeah. So was that your highlight as well?
Yeah, that was my highlight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was such a coincidence because that's exactly what I had.
Yeah. Wow. All right. You want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. So for May, this was the first time I had taken up different gratitude challenges from the gratitude app, but this was the first time I completed a straight 21-day streak for the gratitude, and I'm gonna mention it later on again, but this was the first time I had gone for like a straight 21 days gratitude and actually managed it on a daily basis, being consistent, and that was the highlight for that month for me. Yes.
Wow. Hey, that was really great.
Because I realized after that I ended up doing other days, because I think I started on the 2nd, and after the end of it all, I had done about 28 days within that month consistently after finishing the 21 days. And that was just a game changer into making me stay consistent every day.
And yes, we are getting back to we will get back to it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get back to it.
Yeah, but I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you.
So my May, I resumed my self-care journey. I want to be very intentional this time. Help me, God. So this month I decided I'm going to start with my skincare. And something else that I wrote began by now. Like it's a question that I posed to myself. So like I was asking myself, where should I begin this self-care journey? So the question that I posed to myself was like, where do I feel I need to improve myself? And I think the month of April, May, like those months, I had maybe put them into, like, just looking at it backwards, they were mostly about self-care, like taking care of myself as an individual. And now this was just a question that I had posed to myself to see where I can be able to now begin from. And I told myself that I'm going to start with my skincare, and I am grateful that I actually began that during that time.
Wow, that's very impressive. That's so impressive. I would go to the June, right? Yeah. So for me, June, it's this year I also had a goal to continue with my intellectual development, and I've been taking a few short courses like here and there, just trying to improve areas of my future career that I might want to really deeply focus on. And it's in June that I registered and got accepted for the ALX program. I took a course in virtual assistance, and I registered and got accepted this month. And it was such a big highlight for me, because I don't know, maybe for others it's normal, but for me it was such a big highlight, because it's not a lot of time that you get so many yeses from something you've applied. So I was so happy and got accepted and got to start the program in July.
Yeah, wow. Yes. And I'm glad that you actually finished it.
Yeah, I did.
And guys, if you're looking for a virtual assistant, here you go. Yeah. It is not a paid promotion from me.
It's not a paid promotion. Yeah, here you go. Certified.
Yes, certified.
Yeah.
All right. So in June, I was really on my self-care journey. So this June, so this one I wrote, I decided to live a day at a time, and it is helping, especially on matters I don't have immediate answers, and only time can tell. I have been journaling and I feel so good.
You really feel nice while reading them,
right? Oh my God, it takes you back. It takes you back, and just knowing that all these that you anticipating would happen, and just right now seeing them, and now seeing yourself being consistent on that journey. It's like you're looking at where you have been, how you began the journey, and now where you are at the moment. It's just amazing.
Wow. That's very true. I like it. And so July, I can go and then you go next, right?
Okay.
For July, my highlight was a trip to Instagram and crossing over to Slovakia.
Yeah, I remember that time when you traveled, you sending me for selfie.
Yes, my virtual travel buddy. Yeah. But you are not around. We would have gone.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I really enjoy solo trips. I enjoy company trips as well, but if it's the right company, because you can also just go as a group somewhere and then you just get drained and prefer you would have gone alone.
Or you're alone in the group. Yeah.
So I enjoy solo trips, and most of the time I can wake up in the morning and just decide I'm going somewhere. The good thing about in Hungary, like, it's, if you're a student, it's so easy to move around because it's very affordable. You have a monthly ticket that you can just move around with. So this day I had planned that weekend I'm going somewhere, so I decided I went to Instagram. Hey, it's a beautiful city. It is very calm. It's like, I really loved the place. And then the good thing is that it's a border town. It borders Slovakia. So I crossed over to Slovakia and stopped my food
in Slovakia.
So that was the highlight. And yes, I remember I was sending a lot of them, a lot of photos. But I'm so grateful that I managed to visit a different country and a place that was so beautiful. Yes.
Wow. I like the way you have talked that you enjoy solo trips.
I do.
And some people are just scared to actually go alone, or even scared to go and eat in a restaurant alone. What can you say to those people?
I feel like don't pressure yourself. We have different personalities and we have different things that we enjoy. If you feel like you're scared, you should first of all try and understand what exactly is making you scared. Is it that you're not maybe comfortable with you as a person, or you're not comfortable with the environment you're going with, or maybe you feel unsafe? Try and understand why exactly are you scared in the first place. And then slowly by slowly, if it's something that you really want to start doing, slowly by just make those decisions, but don't push yourself just from your cocoon and then you're throwing yourself out there. No. Slowly by slowly, maybe start. Today you're going to just to the mall alone. Slowly by slowly you'll get to understand that you're actually getting comfortable with solo travels. I never used to like solo travels initially back in Kenya. I love hikes a lot, and I think for you understand, in Kenya you would maybe save an amount and then pay for those tour companies. Maybe they are going to Longonot, a forest hike, I don't know, in Kenya, Ngong, such things. We used to arrange with friends, but then you get on the day that you're supposed to go, or when you're supposed to pay, people have different plans, or people are not showing up. So, and it got to a point I just decided, if I keep waiting to go with friends as a whole, then I'll never go. So one day I just paid, and hey, you would have seen me in that bus. I was just walking. It's like, I really don't mind. I got into that bus with people I don't know completely, but by the time I was coming back, I had made so many friends, so many conversations had, and we had just interacted on a different level. And I think that was the beginning of my solo travels. Ever since, I don't mind. We would plan with people. If they come along well, if they don't, I'm good. I'll go there and interact with people. And so I think just slowly by slowly coming out of that fear, because if you don't, you will never experience it either way.
For sure. Just start small.
Yeah.
All right. So my July one was, I finally got my life coach certification.
Wow.
Yeah. And July is my birthday
month.
And I had told myself that I had to finish this. That was part of my New Year goals. I have to do this certification by my birthday.
Wow.
And now I think I just saw it now on my birthday, so I need to finish. That is the good thing with goals. Actually now actualize them, despite being the last minute, but at least
you did
actualize them. So
congratulations.
I'm finally certified life coach.
I remember you sent it to me. You told me. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can go to
all right.
August.
Okay, let's see what happened in August. The last pink one. Oh my god. In August.
Yeah.
So I had a first client booked on the influencer on mental health. I had not had any client on mental health before, and now I got my first client booked on mental health on the influencer. I was so happy.
Wow.
So backstory, if you guys don't know the influencer is a platform that actually connects different experts in different specific wellness areas to clients. So if you're an expert and you would like to be featured on the influencer, just reach out to me. The website is info@theinfluencer.co.ke. Also, if you're looking for experts to help you in wellness journeys, that is physical fitness, mental health, spiritual wellness, social wellness, all those specific areas, we have different experts who can be able to guide you. So majorly, the influencer is like your wellness one-stop shop, so you can find everything there on the influencer. So yeah, I was just so happy to get the first mental health.
It's client. Like an Uber of wellness.
Yes. Thank you for putting that out.
Yeah, so we will put the details of the website just on the comment on the description box. Yeah, so you can reach out.
Let's hear
for
August.
For August, definitely the highlight was just my birthday. Like, this is my birthday month. So that was definitely the highlight, and I was so grateful for new life, for a new opportunity to start again a new year. Like I'm having 2 new years in a year. But now this is totally different, because this was a point where I got to just sit down, reflect on what has been happening, on maybe decisions I've been making, on where I am at goal-wise at that point, and where I really want to go. And it was a highlight. And of course, the highlight was being treated out to dinner by some of my friends.
Oh yeah,
I will just give a shout out to Taylor. She really made my birthday, evening, my birthday. And yeah, of course you celebrated later on, and that was really amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
So thank you.
September.
Hope it's not the same.
No, I don't think this is the same. So in September, I started going to this church. It's called Riverside Church in Budapest. And they had this program called Growth Track. So Growth Track is majorly, it was a program where they guide you towards getting to know your purpose and just to live, to unlock that potential in you. And because I was just a certified life coach, and I thought this was a really good program for me to just add on to my knowledge that I already had. And it was really insightful, and just seeing many people coming in to do this specific program because they want to know their purpose, they want to know themselves, was really insightful. And just seeing young people who are willing to serve in church, because these programs have been created by young people, assisted with elderly people in the church. So they came up with this program for fellow young people, and it was really amazing. And after the whole thing, after this, you get a certification.
Wow.
So we graduated later on. This September was the month that I joined that specific program.
Wow, that's really awesome. For me, my September highlight was volunteering at the Isoma conference. Congress. Like that was my highlight. It was a highlight because first of all, it allowed me to travel to Greece.
To Athens.
Secondly, it was a big opportunity to network with industry leaders in the market research, which is something I'm really also interested in because it's a core part of business development, you know. Yeah, so it was a great highlight for me, and I was really grateful. It was, I came from there feeling different. And I think I even told you, I was like, when I left that Congress, other networking events around became so easy because the other one really required a high level of like showing up, to the point that now here that high level of showing up is just, it seems like you've gone overboard, which is actually what makes you unique and what makes you different. And I was so grateful for them.
If you've not watched our going to Greece on a budget, we did that video. Go and watch it. We did another episode on volunteering as well.
Networking
for so summer. We have all those episodes. So go back and get to understand what Gertrude is talking about.
Yes.
All right, on to October. You want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. So for October, remember, in May, I indicated I started my 21 day gratitude challenge, right? Now in October, I got to achieve 105 straight days of gratitude. 105 straight days of gratitude. Yeah, and wow, this was a major milestone for me, and I was so grateful. Right now, I've had 27 days straight of gratitude, and it doesn't feel like a task because it's something I've now incorporated in my routine, and it's very easier to stay consistent right now.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. So you can always start again, but it still doesn't feel like
it doesn't feel, because I'm thinking by the time you've done like even not 100, let's just say 30, or if you just be consistent for 30 days, it's kind of gets into your mind. Like when I wake up, this is what I'm doing. Because for me, what I do is when I wake up, prayers and the other routines, after reading my Bible and the other thing, the next thing I pick is my phone, and I'm not going online, but I'm just opening my gratitude journal. This is something that has now gotten into me, and I just do it unconsciously, and then I write what I'm grateful for in that day. Yes.
All right, so my October.
Yes.
Guess what happened in October? It relates to balance it.
We got to 500 subscribers.
Yes.
I was like, wow, guess. I'm not a good guesser, but
finally, the Lord did it. We got to 500 subscribers. We had our 200 in
February.
In February. Yeah, now in October, you guys, you are outdoing yourselves. And you are continuing to outdo yourselves. Yeah, in October we got to 500 subscribers, and we are super grateful for the journey. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you so much. And then in November, my highlight was the completion of my thesis.
I want to tap into that.
Please feel free. This was a highlight. Like Eda would tell me, she feels like a burden has been lifted, but I was like, for me, still feel I have a burden. I've submitted the thesis and I've completed it, but I still feel the burden. But definitely this was a highlight, because this is a major determinant whether you're going to graduate or not. You know. And I'm so grateful to God that I managed to complete it on time and successfully.
I tap into it. That was also my highlight. But what I wrote down is that I got to experience this volunteer opportunity with a company that it's a professional job, but it's a volunteer opportunity, a volunteer, like an unpaid internship.
Wow.
But the experience that I have managed to get from there will help me in my career, will help me in my business, will help me in literally
everything.
And that is the power of volunteering. You find that you don't get these unpaid you don't want to check these unpaid internships because they are unpaid, but you don't get to look at what is the future of this. How am I going to gain? But now this unpaid internship that I did was a game changer for me. It was a game changer for me. You get real professional experience, especially if you want to start your business and you can be able to talk to corporate people who are doing it, and you're actually doing it by yourself. So you get that you are learning on the job. And it is a new thing.
Wow.
I have really loved the experience.
The experience.
It was tough, but
who said it's gonna be easy?
Who said? Please, who said? Who said?
Yeah, but that's really awesome. So for December,
finally,
we get to December. Like, this is so nice. For December, I am really grateful for Christmas. I love Christmas. And I'm really looking forward, because this episode is just like maybe a week or 2 weeks to Christmas. I am really looking forward to Christmas. I love the cheer, the sharing, the giving. And another thing that is a highlight for me is that I've been able to achieve the most chunk of my goals. I would put it at maybe 70% at the moment, 75-ish, and with special focus to being consistent in I would just say 3 things. I've been very consistent in fitness. I've never been as consistent as I have this year. Last year I was consistent, but this year she can attest.
If you need receipts, I got them.
If you need receipts, she has them. I've been very consistent in it. I've been consistent in my financial literacy, just being very mindful of how I spend. Also the money market fund to invest, and just tracking finances, because there's something I sent to you about money running away from, I can't remember the quote itself, but I added it also runs away from bad managers, you know. Which is very true. If you're not managing money well, then it doesn't come to you. And that's what I realized when I started being mindful. Money started coming to me. And lastly, I've been consistent also on my gratitude journaling. So these are very, very big aspects of or highlights of my month.
December.
Yes.
All right. So for my December, I also have consistency.
Wow.
And okay. I just wrote, finally God saw us through the year, and I'm super grateful for that. And grateful for change in mindset.
Hey, very important.
I think this year was a different thing, I can say as well. I can attribute that to being intentional with whatever that we are doing. Be it balance it, be it our now the fitness journey, be it the accountability group, be it whatever that now you see being consistent and intentional in one area, the ripple effect on other areas is also positive. So just having that helped me change how I think, change my mindset in terms of how I view life. I feel like it's right now I'm looking at life from a different kind of lens, and also trying to understand the other people more. And I'm just grateful for the year that we have actually come to see the end of the year.
True.
Because there are so many people who have gone through this year, especially these so many cases of people passing away because of violence and everything, and
true.
may their souls rest in peace. So I'm just super grateful that God actually saw us, that we can be able to get through the year and hopefully to see the new year.
Yeah, and I can totally relate. I would also attribute the difference or how unique this year has been to also accountability. Because when I compare my last year and this year, like this year is when I've been very, very much accountable to the people around me, like in different aspects of life, where you get to a point you find you have a friend or someone who, like, of course you just know you're supposed to do something but you don't feel, and most of the time actually when I tell you, you just tell me outrightly, like, you know you cannot, and this keeps me thinking and makes me understand that sometimes you also don't just have to make decisions based on emotions, but get the work done regardless. You don't feel like it, but it needs to be done. You need to do it to get to the other level. And I think the accountability has really been a highlight. And just before we finish, I forgot this highlight.
Yes.
This is the month
How do you forget that highlight?
I wonder. You're supposed to add on it again. This is the month we've also launched our Balance It merchandise. This is a new milestone, guys.
This is big for us.
Yeah. So
let me just close it.
Yeah, close. I'm just going to mention it and then you can go maybe deeply and before we finalize the episode. So we have come up with a few branded items from the Balance It. And first of all, we have t-shirts branded the Balance It. So if you're a Balance It fan or part of the community, you definitely would want to get yourself one. And then we also have gratitude jar, or we can just say a journaling jar. Let's say a journaling jar. Yes.
Yeah, and definitely, you guys, this is it. This is it. Yeah. So we will be having this will be the one of the journaling jars. So we'll have different designs.
Yes.
And you can pick from which you would like for us to print for you. So majorly it will be on order basis, and the value for sure, because as you can see how you were reading when I was opening this jar, I was so happy just having this jar the entire year and putting in things that I'm just experiencing at the moment, and now at the end of the year coming to read them out is really, it gives some really positive vibes that I even want to do it next year. So join me in this challenge and get yourself another a journaling jar. So majorly we are like on this specific one, it says drop a note when you are sad, when you are happy, when you are anxious, when you are grateful, or when you're in a dilemma. So you have to drop a note inside there. Then at the end of the year, hopefully we will all be here. We will still open them again together. And we are hoping to now not only open the two of us, but open now together with you guys.
Yeah, we can actually have like
greet and meet.
Yeah. That's what has been going in my mind as well. And do the opening
together. Yeah. And yes, the merchandise as well, the t-shirts. So definitely we are supporting each other, and we are also growing in this wellness journey.
Thank you so much. And that's it for this episode, right?
That's it for the episode. And I hope you guys can see we have a new podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
That this is also part of our goals for the year, and we are grateful that we have actually been able to see them to fruition. And also just thank you guys for the support all throughout the year. You guys have been amazing, and we will continue shouting out your names and just all your comments, and we are super grateful to have you here.
And remember to share with your friends this episode and your family, and until next time,
bye bye.